AI chip race is heating up pretty fast, and analysts are saying that one of these three giants could absolutely jump when it comes to 2026. Today's video, we're going to be looking at Nvidia, AMD, and Broadcom. Now, of course, breaking down some real numbers, looking at what analysts are saying in regards to these three companies and what it means for your long-term investment strategy. If you want a clear financial direction and want to build wealth with confidence, you are in the right place. Now, AI is not slowing down by any means. When we start looking at the earnings that Nvidia just posted, it is absolutely crazy. Every major company is investing in AI, even if they are not AI companies. When we look all over the planet, nothing works without these chips. If you do not have these chips, computer systems in their entirety are not going to work. And there are three main players, which is Nvidia, AMD, and Broadcom, that are shaping the entire AI infrastructure as we know it today. But then the big question comes, which one of these three companies have the biggest upside when it comes to 2026? And according to analysts who study this space and really look at these companies every single day, that is what we're going to be looking at today. Now, thinking of Nvidia, it is the absolute powerhouse when it comes to that AI world. GPUs run a majority of AI training models that we have today globally, and it is the best in class for sustainable AI and data center investment. Now, if you look at the last couple of years, Nvidia is still rated a strong buy. Average analyst price shows a side of 30-40% over the current levels that we have, which is kind of a crazy upside. When we start looking at the analysts and why they break it down, they have a huge relationship with cloud providers, massive demand for AI, and we're continuing to see an increase for that demand. Long product roadmap, we are looking at the next 5, 10, 15 years of running with Nvidia and a very high switching cost. It is very hard for companies, especially commercial companies, to really leave Nvidia's ecosystem, and that is built by design. Now, of course, there are some risks. A lot of people are saying it could be overvalued. There is a lot of competition from AMD and custom chip makers, as well as geopolitical restrictions, which we could see if tariffs do come back. The bottom line here, guys, Nvidia is still the leader in the space, but because it is priced so high, it might not have such a high and potential upside because, of course, when it's overvalued, it doesn't mean that a lot of people are investing in it. It just means that when you look at the P/E ratios, it might be a little bit too expensive for a lot of people to get into. Now, on the other side of this, we have AMD. It is coming up fast. Their Instinct AI chips are catching traction within the marketplace itself. One of the biggest catalysts, a multi-year AI chip deal and supply deal with OpenAI. Now, if you've ever seen OpenAI, really boost the credibility that we have within AMD, and the project could grow as much as 35 to 45% annually over the next 3 to 5 years due to the increase in AI demand that we're seeing. Average price is showing about a 17% upside rate now. And of course, when it comes to the analysts kind of breakdown, fast growing AI chip division, we know they are developing them, and really the R&D chip division that we're seeing. Institutional partnerships, they have a very strong product roadmap, and the leadership and Lisa Su is really driving AMD. Now, of course, there are risks or drawback, execution risk. They have to be able to stay on par with Nvidia. They must scale very quickly with the demand, and they are still behind Nvidia when it comes to the market share and, of course, the competition. When you start looking at these chip makers, it is insane. AMD is not the leader as we're seeing today. Nvidia still does run that market space, but analysts see a very high potential upgrowth if they continue to execute like they are. Then it comes in with Broadcom. Now, it isn't playing the same game that we're seeing with Nvidia and AMD. It is heavily focused on custom AI chips, which is kind of interesting. Now, these are called the ASICs, designed specifically for companies like Google and Meta. So if they're not using AMD, if they're not using Nvidia chips, they are coming out with Broadcom. Now, this has been, and a lot of analysts have recently upgraded this to the top pick, setting the target near $480, reflecting a very strong upside. And again, that accelerated demand for AI silicon and the custom built chips that we see. Now, these chips could be tailored for hyper AI scaling that we're seeing. There's a massive demand for these, and there is a good diversification across networks and the structure that we're seeing with Broadcom. Custom chip development, however, is incredibly complex. With the complexity does come expenses, potential concentration in just a few companies, like we said with Google and Meta, and of course, the broader business, pure diluted with AI exposure. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like. So Broadcom really isn't in that GPU war. They are carving out their own path in really a different lane. And the analysts see a very big upside in demand on which one we could have. So out of these three companies, which one has the strongest upside that we're thinking going into 2026? When it comes to Nvidia, they have a very strong position today, a very high upside. When it comes to AMD, they have a higher growth story or potential, but only a moderate upside in there. And then when it comes to Broadcom, they are underrated, strong upside from that custom AI as long as the demand for these chips do maintain. So overall, analysts are still leaning in favor and having that strong buy with Nvidia going into 2026 due to its dominance and consistent execution across the board. AMD has a real shot to really outperform for the AI if it can scale that division. And of course, Broadcom could absolutely surprise everyone if the chips become mainstream and they can get production under wraps. So that's it. It isn't really a winner take all scenario. Three main ways to win. And really, these companies are fundamentally a little bit different. If you're looking at these really for a growth play, not conservative retirement stocks, they can be part of a well-built portfolio. Like I said, me personally, I do hold Nvidia. It is literally the one and only individual stock that I hold because there are a few guidelines that you have to know when you're starting to invest into AI and invest into technology. Limited high growth AI exposure to a portion of your portfolio. When we start thinking of the core and thinking of companies like Nvidia, if you're willing to ride it long term, you're going to see a lot of success. This is the reason why I invest in the VOO, roughly 50% of that portfolio, which of course is the foundation. Then you can even have a portion that is in these higher tech like a QQQM, or even investing in the individual companies themselves. Now, of course, with this, when it comes to investing, dollar cost averaging, I cannot stress enough how important it is to dollar cost average into positions. You might buy it a little bit higher, you might buy it a little bit lower. If there's a dip in the market, if you're doing dollar cost averaging like I do on a regular basis, we do purchases every single Monday morning on my portfolio. And then, of course, look at this every 6 to 12 months. When it comes to AI, it can change very fast. The leader in AI can change. You have to make sure that you have and really up to breast with the most recent news. And when we start thinking about technology, when we start thinking about AI and infrastructure, we are thinking years, not just weeks. When we look at a company like Nvidia, what are they going to be doing in 2030, 2035, 2040, even looking at that 5, 10, 15, 20-year time frame, and what exactly is it going to look like? Because of course, building wealth without gambling and really those consistent investments with inside the market is going to make a big difference. So here's what I want you to do, guys. Which these three companies are you really bullish on? Are you investing into Nvidia, AMD, or Broadcom, and exactly why? Drop your answer down in the comment below so I can respond to those. If you found it helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. My mission is to help you build financial clarity, confidence, and really generational wealth when it comes to investing. We are doing this one video at a time and putting videos out every single day. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.